Like, I need water. Where's my tank of water? Where's my Yeti? Where's my Stanley? I need water. You guys, I need water. I'm just going around the corner. I should bring my tank of water. Oh my God. We have to drive to the store. Bring a tank of water. We have to go around the corner. Bring a tank of water. I need to bring a tank of water because, like, I need to hydrate. Oh my God, water. I get a little carried away. Only because I don't know. I wish I invented the Yeti. I wish I invented the Stanley portable tank of what a nice little mini bicycle. Because oh my God, the water bottle culture is amazing. It's amazing. I need a tank of water. I speak as someone who, like that woman whose video went viral. It was so good. She kind of went on a great, hilarious rant about the same thing. You know, as a Gen Xer, I maybe had my first sip of water at the age of 12 out of a garden hose. Like, I need water. We need to stay hydrated. Yeah, guys. Like, what did she say? She said, like, no wonder everyone's having all these back problems because they're carrying around these 32-gallon tanks of water. Yeah, guys. Ugh. So just when someone's carrying around a tank of water, be sure to laugh at them. Oh, God. We're getting ridiculous, folks. We're getting ridiculous. Hitman was fantastic. Thanks for the rec. Hitman is a confection. Hitman is a delightful movie. It's a confection. Yeah. Yes. I think Glenn Powell is super fun to watch. Now, the era of the mega movie star, I don't know if it exists anymore. Like, I get maybe like Brad Pitt. I'm talking about men right now, but like Brad Pitt and maybe Tom Cruise were the last, you know, who could really just sort of open a movie. You know, when you saw Brad Pitt's name above a title, that was incentive to buy a ticket. A, because he's fun to look at, and B, he had developed a reputation for choosing material or choosing projects that were going to be ultimately interesting. Like, it's not just about being interesting, but it's also like having the talent to choose good projects. And Tom Cruise, like, for the most part, he's the master of the big budget action feature that isn't total garbage. I love the Mission Impossible franchise. I thought Edge of Tomorrow was one of my favorite action movies of the last decade, easily. And the Top Gun Maverick situation was spot on. I think he's weird as fuck in real life, but as far as like sitting in a dark movie theater with a bunch of people, having my ice cold soda and my popcorn and my Twizzlers, maybe a peanut M&M, I'm in, right? But George, you're not considering everything. No, I'm not. It's the price of free, what can I tell you? Tom Hanks? Yeah. Tom's older than those guys, though. Harrison Ford? Yeah. 81, though. Or he's 80 or 81 at this point. Listen, I went to go see Indiana Jones and the Dilf of Destiny or whatever the fuck it was, like, opening weekend. Loved it. And all hail. Like, I think Harrison Ford, like, I will knock Callista Flockhart down to get to that. Like, I think he looks freaking great. We should all look half that good at 81 and be that spry and fit and, oh, god damn it. Play the age card with me, son. Clooney. When was the last time you saw George Clooney? Yeah, he's a movie star, yeah. But we haven't seen a George Clooney movie in a while. Loved his appearance at the Biden fundraiser the other night with Julia. They're movie stars, yeah. But that's like, yeah, they're the last wave, I guess. Are George and Amal separated? Did I just see a headline passing by a newsstand on a tabloid? Are George and Amal separated? I don't know. Like, I'd fully have an affair with him. Speaking of like underrated George Clooney fare, I think George in the remake, or I would say the reimagining of Solaris, which isn't as much as a remake of the original Tarkovsky. Am I saying that director's name, that Russian director's name right? It's not so much a remake of that. I think it's based on a novel. And Steven Soderbergh made that movie in 01 or 02. I think it's excellent. Viola Davis, Jeremy Davies. That movie is excellent. Clooney's great in it. Natasha McElhone. Where's she been? And I love The American. A lot of Americans don't like it because it's not fast enough. They feel like it's a little slow. I love when George I love George as a bad guy. I love George Clooney when he gets dark. I love it when like smiley people go dark. You know? Like when Jen Aniston, when her character goes a little dark and angry and gets a little mean maybe on Morning Show, I love that. Go against type. Show me a color we haven't seen yet. I love it. Like, you've made the money. Let's see some other colors here. And that's why I love The American and I love George in it. I love it when he went dark. Yeah. He's not a nice guy in that movie. I mean, he's an assassin with a conscience, but still. Fran! Too nice. Jodie Foster is a legit star. Jodie Foster's been famous since she's a little kid. But yeah. It's gonna be hot. AC on today. It's already 80 something, and we're not even at the nooner. It's crazy. It's crazy. What is tonight? I'm supposed to go to I got this invitation to a party, and there's that voice in my head that says, always say yes and go, because you never know who you're gonna run into. You never know what connection you're gonna make. You know, every time you go to a party, you're putting yourself out there and, you know, you're being seen, which is important when you're someone like me, just to remind people that you exist. But there's a part of me that doesn't want to go. It's free beverages and snacks. And it's pretty people. Well, it's not all pretty people, it's writers. It's a writerly kind of a thing. Could be interesting, we'll see. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I might not. I like it when Steve Carell goes dark. I like it when the people we traditionally think of as happy, happy, shiny, shiny, smiley, smiley, I love it when they get dark. I like dark, period. Like, yeah, I like dark humor. Yeah, I'm not I've never been a shiny rom-com fan. Yeah, that's not my thing. Who else just donated? Richard Katz. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to put out. Thank you. Go. Gives you material for tomorrow's walk. I guess, Julie, I don't know. I just don't feel great. Like, I feel like, I don't know, and that's the time to go. Like, when you don't feel like, my self-esteem is not really good right now, and that's the time to go, I guess, when you're not feeling great, and you just kind of fake it and force yourself to, you know, dress up and show up, I guess. Ro Vega, thank you very much. It's like when you go to the time to go work out is when you least feel like it. Because you always feel better afterward. So, yeah. What else can I tell you? Nothing. Did I watch anything last night? Oh, I started watching this stupid movie on Netflix, and I stopped watching about 20 minutes into it, not even 15. The shark movie, with the shark in Paris. Oh my God, it's awful. Awful. What a piece of shit. Sorry to anyone involved. Thanks, Lynette. Yeah, see, like, you need the boost, you'll have fun. Fair enough. Danielle Avila says, I always seem to have an amazing time when I don't want to go somewhere. Fair point. Yeah, I've experienced the same thing also. So to force myself to go might be the thing. Anyway, our 10 minutes are up. Yeah, that movie, I even forget what it was called. It was so forgettable. It's a French thriller. Stars that woman who was in The Artist. And, is that a Brompton? It is a Brompton. Look at the color on this Brompton. I love it. It's like a lime green, or is that like a chartreuse? Look at the color on it. Great color. I love Bromptons. As you know, I have one. And Brompton people, when we see each other out on our respective Bromptons, we nod and acknowledge one another like vampires, like, hey, nice bike, hey. But my Brompton's black. I love it when people are bold enough, unlike me, to have a color. I like the orange one. I like the shades of blue that they rotate. There are different hues of red they rotate. And the green ones, like, too terrified of color, but I love seeing other people. And the dogs, look at them. Look at Sleepy Boy, look at Sleepy Bear. Who's the sleepiest? Hey, Smokes. Are you a sleepy bear? Are you my sleepy bear? Hi, boy. You gonna say hi to the peoples? Yeah, you're so good. Hey, Lenore. Hey, asshole. Are you looking for someone to pick a fight with? Kinda. Look at her. She's looking at that situation. And Lenore's like, don't get too close to me, you little white bitch. I'll kill you. She's such a mean girl. I gotta watch it with her. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. And thank you guys for dropping tips in the jar. I'm telling you, man, that just is kind. It's a very interesting article today in Wall Street Journal about how, about how influencers, there are very few influencers who thrive, like, revenue, like I have no partnerships with brands or anything. I refuse to do them because there's no money in it. Like, brands see the value in partnering with influencers, but the money they're willing to spend is next to nothing. So I kind of gave up engaging because I don't with brands. I don't, because the money's never anything to write home about. But influencers don't make a lot of money. Like, it's a lot of work, I can attest. It's a lot of work for very little. Like, there was this one guy who's still living with his mother, and he works his ass off making content day after day, and he pulls down maybe 60K. That sucks. Go get it. It's like, I think what we may be experiencing, though, is that, like, the influencer economy, like, people are realizing they see the potential when they look at the types of others like Mr. Beast or whatever, but when they realize that some of the same principles of old show business and media apply, meaning you've got to come to the table with legit, you got to be either super brilliant or super hot. Like, and not a lot of room for anything less, because people's, like, attention is precious. And when you're asking for people's attention, you got to deliver, and it's got to be amazing and or look really good. Like, I wallow in whatever space I'm in, but it'll be interesting to see where the influencer economy is in, say, a year, maybe 2. I need to do something with my hair. Because a lot of these kids going into the influencer game with high hopes and big dreams are learning and ain't all that hunky-dory. It's a lot of work for a minimal check. And it's like, oh, maybe I should just go get a job instead. Yeah. Unless, because even in the influencer thing, where because the appeal is that there aren't the gatekeepers. There's no one really telling you no. You can do whatever you want. You don't need to be greenlit. You can just open up a YouTube channel or start a podcast or a TikTok thing and, go make a fool of yourself in front of a camera like I've done. And people will show up. But that is if it's entertaining or worthwhile. But monetizing that, very tricky. Very tricky. Yeah. I don't know. Speaking of that, Danielle, thank you very much. And QCCL, I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you for the tips. Anyway, that piece is in the not the New York Times, sorry, the Wall Street Journal today. It's worth a read. I might post it on Threads. Or maybe I'll post it in the notes for this on YouTube. Anyway, and also thank you. I'm enjoying this transition to YouTube. I hope that you guys feel that the video quality is better. I think it is when I glance back I don't watch my videos, but like when I glance back just to make sure it looks and sounds okay, I feel better about these. Yeah, video is YouTube's core competence. Video is not Instagram's core competence. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks so much. A lot of people seem to be happy with YouTube. And the viewership is climbing, and that's super nice. And no trolls so far today. They're easy to knock to the side, that's for sure. Except when if I were at a scale that was much bigger, there would be more trolls. I mean, that's just numbers game. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and we'll check in tomorrow. Love you, kids.